All right, y'all, so we're gonna make this roux, which y'all been waiting on, which I've been procrastinating to make. So this is the roux. So what I got right here is 2 cups of flour, okay? Got 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And I got a skillet, and I got my heat on. And what I do is I just dump flour in the skillet. Now, what I'm using is some grease that I already had used for cooking, and this is some chicken grease. Now, you could use some margarine, butter if you like, or you could just use regular vegetable oil, but I like this here chicken grease because it gives flavor to that roux. So I'm going with 2 cups. Now, how you do it is going to be equal parts. 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of your oil. All right. If you're going to use butter, just use 2 cups of butter. So what I'm going to do now, I just want to turn my heat up just a little bit. Just a little bit. So if you're going to do this in the house, turn yours to like medium-high heat in first. And then you're going to have to constantly stir this. And I mean, man, this could take you somewhere from 30 minutes, 35 minutes, all the way up to an hour. It all depends on how you like your roux. Now I'm going for a dark chocolate color roux. And with this stove, it's going to heat up in the middle. So I'm gonna have to move it around. And don't worry about the lumps. Don't worry about the lumps at all. Now, if you're using a cast iron pot, one thing I would tell you is don't use any plastic utensils for this. Use your wooden spoon or steel spoon, something like I'm using right now, because that plastic will definitely melt and it'll ruin your roux. You don't want to do that. You don't want to have little plastic pieces or particles floating around in your roux. So use a wooden spoon or one of these here steel ones. Now, as you can see, it's already at that blonde stage almost. So we're constantly going to do this until we get that dark color that we're looking for. Now, if your one arm get tired, switch to the next. Now, you can see it bubbling in the center. See where it's bubbling? That's where my heat is at. I don't want to just let that sit because it'll burn right there. And I got this on medium-high heat. I want to continue to stir this. Now, as the color changes, I'm going to turn down that heat. If it gets too aggressive, you turn it down because you don't want to burn your roux. So right now, I'm going to turn it down. All right, so I got it turned down, and I'm still stirring. Don't walk away, y'all. If you're making this roux, do not walk away. Like I said, this could take you somewhere from 35 minutes to 45 minutes, all the way up to an hour to fix up. And I want to show y'all the process of making this here roux. This roux can go with anything, jambalaya, gumbos. I mean, it's a multi recipe right here for all kinds of stuff. Pan gravy. You could even put some of these in your pinto beans and black-eyed peas. I'm telling you, it'll make it taste good. Constantly got to keep moving. Keep stirring. And your roux can burn easily if you're not paying it any attention. Don't try to do nothing in the kitchen. Your whole attention need to be focused right here on this. this flour is going to start cooking down. And it's going to start doing the transformation from turning blonde to light chocolate to chocolate. Then I wanted to turn to dark chocolate. This is easy, y'all. You can't mess this up. So in the beginning, we started our heat at medium high, and then we turned our heat down to medium, and this is what we got. Now, like I say, you can still ruin this if you're not paying attention to your roux while you're making it, while you're cooking it. It's easily to burn. So it's gonna take some time. I told you, probably take 35 minutes, 45 minutes, all the way up to an hour. The key is to continue to stir. And do not walk away from this here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit, and then I'll be back when we started to change colors. Now what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn this up just a little bit, because we at the blonde color. I just want to speed up the process just a little bit. But for you, if you still feel if you have to go a little slow, take your time with it, then keep it at medium heat, okay? Because you don't want to burn. The last thing you want to do is burn this roux, because if you burn it, then that means you have to start over. And trust and believe me, you do not want to start this roux over. So just take your time. Like we say, this process can take you somewhere from 35 to 45, even up to an hour to complete. But once I tell you, man, it's well worth the wait. I'm telling you, it's well worth the wait. And then I think I'm gonna have to charge my phone up as well. That's what I'm recording on, because my power seems like it's getting low. But I'm gonna bring you back to the stages of the color. So right now we at a blonde color, and I'll bring you right back. All right, let me show y'all something real quick. You see these little bits? I had to go and plug my foam up, and just that quick, it didn't take me no more than about 2 minutes to plug my foam up. You see that right there? You got to, that's why you got to stir. You got to stir, man, because if you don't, it'll sit and burn. All right? So stay on it. Keep stirring. Do not stop stirring this roux, because if you do, it's gonna burn. Right now, I don't know if you can see this, but I've been at this now for at least around about a good 20 minutes right now. As you can see, it's turning to a little caramel color, and it's starting to thicken up just a little bit. So we still got at least about a good 20 more minutes to go, if that. And my heat right now, what I got my heat at, is at medium. This is at medium high, and I'm still monitoring my heat. And I'm cooking this outside, because when you do cook roux, it's gonna smell like you're burning down the house, but you're not. But if you got some good vents, turn your ventilation on, because you're definitely gonna need good ventilation to make this roux. And once I say, man, you will never regret making this, because you could use this in so many dishes, and it keeps well in the refrigerator. I mean, it keeps for months in the refrigerator, for real. All right, so right now you can see she's turning to like a chocolate color right now. So our next stage that we want the dark chocolate. That's what we want, that dark chocolate. Once we hit that dark chocolate consistency, we're gonna go ahead and shut this off. All right, so we're doing pretty good right now. And right now I think I've been, my total time right now is right at 30 minutes. Right at 30 minutes. I've been stirring this constantly. And I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Y'all see it getting thick? That's what I want right there. That's what I want. Some of y'all can stop right here if you wanted to. But I got to go for that darker color. You can stop right here if you wanted to. But I'm going for the darker color roux. Yes, Lord. Y'all, I'm telling you right here, man. This right here, man, is your money maker. This dish right here, man, you could just do so many things with this. It's just unbelievable. Just, you can imagine, man, what 1 tablespoon of this could do for a dish. 1 tablespoon. 2 tablespoons, oh my God. Jambalaya. Gumbos. You talking like chicken gravy. Even some Jamaican stews, man. I'm just being honest. You could just do so much with this roux. It's so versatile, and I love it. So right now I've been going in at it now for about, I think this is like 35 minutes, and I'm still going for the darker color. Because like I said, I want the dark chocolate roux. Alright, so this right here is where I want it at, right here. That's my dark roux right there. Dark chocolate roux right here. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead and switch my fire off. Okay, got my heat source off. And I'm just gonna let this cool down for a little bit. And then I got this here bowl, silver bowl. This silver bowl, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the bowl, and I'm gonna let this cool. And then when it cools off, I'm gonna put it in the fridge so that the grease can come up a little bit, so it can cool a little bit. And then what I do is I pour the grease off the top, and then I'll keep whatever this is at the bottom, the roux. I keep the roux, put that in the container. So let me show you exactly what I'm gonna do now. All right, so this is the roux, okay, dark roux. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just pouring off this grease. I didn't let it cool overnight, okay? So I'm just pouring off the top grease. And this is what we need right here, y'all. This is what we need. So now, what I'm gonna do, I got a little container here. Or I could use one of the small containers. I normally use one of these small ones, but this look like it's enough for one of the larger ones. But this is what I do. That's that gold right there. That's that gold, y'all. That's that roux. That's what I'm saying, dark chocolate roux right there. I'm gonna take it and put it into the cup. You can use this for anything. That's like your jambalayas, your gumbo, your gravies, and it's not burnt. This is that dark consistency that I like right here. I'm sorry, y'all, about the camera, but my tripod broke. Some of y'all might be like, ugh. No, trust me. Trust me, it's well worth it right here. All right. So let me grab something to clean this up real quick. Hold on. All right, so we got our roux. The only thing we have to do now is just put a top on it. You set this in the fridge, let it chill for days and days and days and days and days. And you can use this, man, for whatever recipe you have. And that's a wrap. All right. So thank y'all so much for checking out this here recipe. And I'm out.